Now joined by North Dakota head coach Paul Sather after a special run, 6 straight wins. You guys started 0-3 in league play. You lost 9 of 10 to Division I opponents. Really coming into this portion of the season in 2024, but all of a sudden you look up and you're in first place. How did this happen?
I think we've really gotten it to where we're defending, where we're rebounding, where we're taking care of the basketball. The addition of Tyree right before Christmas, I thought gave us a really good boost. We had won at one point like 6 in a row, and then we, had a little bit of a problem, coming out of Christmas with some just energy and just not playing at the level that we can be playing. But from that Omaha game to that Kansas City game, we just kind of turned a corner when it came to our energy, our belief. And we started doing the things that are really hard, like defending, rebounding, taking care of the ball. And I think once the guys really started feeling that as a team again, that energy that we had kind of going into Christmas came back pretty quick. And then you add Tyree in with that energy, and I just think it's really kind of helped us. So, it's very fragile. Like, you got to just keep fighting for it. And, we're in a situation where we got 2 really good teams coming into our place this weekend, and it's a good opportunity to keep playing good basketball.
Yeah, well, with that, obviously you guys have done a tremendous job to end up at the top of the standings. But, when you look down, only a couple of games separate those top 7 teams. So for as well as you've played, how much of a sense of urgency is there to continue to play that well, knowing that 1 or 2 games can be, all the difference as league play continues?
I do think the mistake that you make is looking at standings and worrying about where you are and where other people are. I think the focus you got to have is a little more narrow and a little bit more just on us, on our team, having a good practice Monday, having a good practice today on Tuesday, and continuing to find ways to improve, get better. We got plenty of those areas that we can improve and get better on. I think if you get worrying about where you sit in the standings this time of the year, you're going to probably not love where you're at the end of the season. So those things don't mean a lot right now. What's good is that we're showing some toughness. We're rebounding pretty well. And at times we defend pretty well. And at times offensively, we're moving the ball the way you can. We're getting good looks, and we're finding ways to score some points. So keep it simple. Don't get caught up in all the outside distractions and worrying about where you sit in standings.
Coach, what is it about B.J. Omot and perhaps his development as a player since he's been in Grand Forks? He seems to have really stepped out and become one of those top 5 or 6 players in the league this season.
Well, he's talented. He's got great length. His skill set is really, really good. He's a guy that can defend in a lot of positions. He's a versatile offensive player that he can attack the basket. He can make threes, but he can drive and make plays for other people as well. And I think as he's learned to play with more physicality, that's really helped him.
And Coach, also another one of your standout players. You got a bunch of them. It seems like anybody on any given day can go off for you guys. But specifically, I want to talk about Amar Kujovic. Just the spark that he's provided. You mentioned rebounding and how well you've been rebounding. I think he's been in double-digit rebounds at least 3 of those 6 straight wins. He's got a bunch of double-doubles. Can you speak a little bit to just what he's been able to provide inside and just for your team in general as you've gone on this run?
Yeah, Amar is just a lot of toughness. He's just got the right makeup in what you want, especially in that kind of position where, it's a battle every possession, defensively, offensively, on the glass. Like it's hand-on-hand, it's body-to-body, physical contact, every possession for him. But, it's not just him on the glass. A guy like Eli King off the bench rebounds well. Tyree and Acho rebounds well. I think Sotne has started rebounding, and I think Amar's helped in all that. I think he's really set the tone for us on the glass. And but he's just been a really, really consistent guy. And that's kind of that's who Amar is. He's been a really consistent guy for us. He's been playing through a lot of injury and a lot of sickness, and it's fun to have him really playing and feeling good right now.
Coach, Amar said that there's some sort of formula that you have kind of working for this team. What is that formula? He wouldn't tell me.
Yeah, well, it's kind of our own little deal, right? I think if we put it up, nobody would understand it except us. And I mean, it's basically it's stuff you talk about with the guys all the time. It's all about defense. It's all about how we defend, how we rebound, and then within that, how we're competing. And it's not just competing physically, but competing mentally. And then on the offensive side, it's simple. It's like we need to take care of the basketball, and we got to get heart touches. And anytime we can get that ball inside that lane, we call that a heart touch. And our shooting percentages from 3 and from 2 really go up when we get that ball inside the heart. So, I mean, we got a little formula that we made for it, but, it's kind of complicated for anybody outside the program. But the idea is pretty simple. And I just felt like maybe we got all these math geniuses on our team right now. I figured that maybe if we put it into a formula, they would get it. And they've kind of ran with it, and it's been fun. But the guys are doing an awesome job of enjoying the competition, of doing the hard things, and being good teammates. Like, we've had some guys that maybe their minutes have gone down, and they've really made this about the team, and they're staying ready when their number gets called. So it's, this formula, these guys have really bought into having an identity as a team, and we just got to keep that toughness going, keep the humility, stay grateful in everything we're doing, and try to be a great teammate and bring your best every day.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
The gist.
Paul Sather's theory of relativity. Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the show, and we wish you the best of luck